What's up, everybody? Laura Sanko here for Quick Hits presented by Jose Cuervo Tequila. And let me tell you something. I got a little special guest. Not so little. He's huge. He's way taller than I thought he would be. No, here. Don't shrink down. Don't shrink down. You know him from shows like Supernatural, Gilmore Girls. I know him as Cordell Walker, all right? And congratulations on Walker being our new man. That's huge.
Yeah, it's very cool. I'm born and bred in Texas. I know. All right. I don't have to duck. All right. Yeah, we're having a great time. We shoot in Austin, so we drove in from Austin today to Houston, which we've been to a couple of times. Yeah. And my brother went to school here. I have friends here, and so just excited to be here and watch some fights.
I'm sure you've been asked this question before, but I've never asked you this question, so I'm going to ask it anyway. How intimidating was it, or maybe it wasn't, to fill the shoes of one Chuck Norris?
Yeah. Well, luckily or by chance, he owned the rights to Walker, so he kind of had to give his blessing, and so we knew that we had his approval before doing it, which was great.
Was there like a blessing ceremony? Did he like lay hands on you?
I haven't met him yet. So,
what?
I know.
That is a travesty.
I know, for sure.
You just broke my heart.
I know.
I envision you guys being like best friends.
But we will be one day. Okay. But I think he's in his 80s. He lives in Dallas.
Yeah. He's busy too.
He's busy, and so he's sort of like, sounds good, or whatever. I don't know what words he uses as a fellow Texan, but like, nah, it's all right. And so we just kind of went forward with
Carry the torch, you got it.
Carry the torch. Yeah, he's like, you're tall. You can carry the torch.
Yeah. So speaking of carrying the torch, I mean, Walker's obviously a very physical role.
Yeah.
How much combat training have you done? Do you do, or is that all just some ultra tall stunt double guy?
No, well, I do have an awesome stunt double, Chad Dashnow, Brand X Stunts, who's awesome. But I've done a lot of training in last 20 years, a lot mostly for like movies and TV shows. And so I certainly wouldn't want to get in the ring.
I wish that was my next question. Are you ready to get out there?
No. We were at the PI with Forrest Griffin for the Poirier-McGregor fight. And he's like, yeah, you want to punch this machine? I was like, not in front of you, I don't want to punch it. Like,
Did you punch it?
I did.
What was your number?
I think it was like 28,000 or something.
I mean, I have no reference point. That's amazing!
I don't know if it's amazing.
Either, but it
for somebody who wears makeup for a living, I think it's probably respectable.
Are you talking about me or you?
Me?
Yeah.
No, you're not even wearing makeup.
Okay. This is going off the rails, you guys. This is fantastic. Listen, we're obviously here at UFC 265 in Houston, hometown of one Derek Lewis. But before we talk about all this fight, how did you become a fan of the UFC? When did you get interested?
I've been a fan of UFC and mixed martial arts for a long time. I think when we started Supernatural, during Gilmore Girls between like 2000 and 2005, I would watch sort of the pirated videos on like Blockbuster, like the very rear section. You'd find it, like rent them all, not return them, get charged like $80. And then I think when Supernatural started, Life hacks. I remember watching George St. Pierre. I forget who he fought, but I was in Vancouver, and GSP was like a local Canadian hero, even though he's from Montreal. And he won a fight, and he did like a backflip, and then was saying like, Dana, give me a chance. And I remember watching that at this place called Mahoney's or something in Vancouver. So my buddies and I would just watch it in Vancouver. And, I've had the pleasure of meeting a lot of different fighters and kind of training with some. And
who have you trained with?
Well, we've had, Josh Barnett way back in the day. We had Keith Jardine on Walker, the Dean of Me.
I didn't realize that. That's so cool.
And then I had a really cool experience of meeting Chuck Liddell. So at the last Houston fight, I think, my buddy Cliff comes up and he's like, hey, you mind taking a picture with this girl? I was like, sure. So I meet her and she's like, yeah, my husband's gonna take a picture. I'm like, okay, cool. And then I turn around and her husband with the camera is Chuck Liddell. So I was like, I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
I didn't just touch your wife.
We cool. Like I can do this, So I've just been a big fan.
Yeah.
Like these guys and gals work so hard.
How many live events have you been to?
Probably like 10 to 15.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been a lot in Vegas and Houston, Vancouver. So anytime I'm available.
Tonight, what fight are you here for? I mean, other than the main event, is there another fight you're looking forward to?
So I've seen Amanda Nunes. I was there in Vegas the right before pandemic, like March 6th or something. And it was the 3 championship fights. Nunes was one. She's a beast. Obviously, she got COVID, so she couldn't make it.
I was like, am I about to tell him that Amanda Nunes isn't fighting tonight? Like, I hate to break it to you, brother, but
I'm out of here. Smash. No, so I'm a born and bred Texan from San Antonio. I live in Austin. I love Derek Lewis, Black Beast. He all right.
He all right.
But I also love. It's one of those. I mean, I'm a Texan, so I'm going for my Texas boy. But Cyril Gahn's class act, and just an impressive human being and athlete. So I can't wait for that fight.
It's crazy to me how little time he's been in the UFC. That is what's wild. 2 years.
Yeah. 2 years. He's 9-0 professionally.
Incredible, and just such a technician. Derek Lewis, though, that right hand man, and you know he's going to light Houston on fire with that thing.
I think either hand. So I think. Part of what we've all been through has been like a year and a half of like not being around people. So I think the energy when Derek Lewis walks out. Yeah. So when they cut to Derek Lewis, I think you were here in Houston a month ago or 2 months ago. When they cut to him in the crowd, it just you can feel it in your chest.
Fat pat, tops drop. When that starts, watch out.
Oh, forget about it. Yeah. So I'd love to see him pull off an awesome knockout.
Okay, so I need an official prediction before I let you go. Is it going to be classic Derek Lewis, like I'm losing, I might be losing more, but I'm going to smash you in the end? Like, is this a late finish, or how do you see this one going down?
That? I think that. I hope that. Yeah. He's just like, he doesn't get submitted. Yeah. He doesn't get knocked out. I mean, he's the only guy to beat Ngannou, albeit the fight was interesting.
It was fantastic.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go Black Beast. He all right. Round 4. I think round 4, he's gonna still have that hand and he's gonna do his thing.
Are you looking more forward to the fight, the potential knockout, the arena going absolutely crazy, or his post-fight interview? Because those are good.
In the octagon or afterwards?
Usually the one in the octagon is where you get the most like unfiltered, which Derek's always unfiltered, but
he's always like taking clothes off or something.
We know the temperature of various body parts. Like,
sure, yeah.
When he poops last.
Yeah, it's fine. I just think he's so real. Yeah. Like he doesn't really care. He's sort of like, this is me, and I'm gonna do whatever I do. I think he's rad, and I think he's been able to put together an amazing career. Yeah. He's a Texas boy, so I feel like Texas pride. All right, let's go Texas. Jared, I will let you get back to these fights. Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you. Guys, keep it locked in right here. More quick hits presented by Jose Cuervo Tequila coming your way.